Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers!
Da da dee da dee da da dee da dee da. Hello, my little munchkins and crones. How are you on this fabulous Tuesday? Well, wherever you are in the world, we hope you having a marvelous day. We hope you having a marvelous afternoon, a marvelous night, and a marvelous back to life. So with that being said, let's just get into it. But before we go on, I'm going to read about Tamar, but there was some dreadful news, and it happened yesterday, I think. James Earl Jones, the actor, had passed.
Oh.
Yeah, he played in so many, I can't think of, you wouldn't know. He played like in movies like Claudine. I think he played in Roots as Alex Haley. I can't even see. He's so old. I can't remember him, but he's an older gentleman, and I know that he played in those movies. He was a great speaker. James Earl Jones. That's who just passed. So anyway, our condolences go out to James Earl Jones
and his family.
And his family. And I can only, by the way, I think he was 93 years old. Oh my. If I could be 93 and be clothed in my right mind, be able to move, have articulation of my speech. I'm old, but I can still manage and think and do things for myself. I don't mind being 93. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going to be an invalid, bye-bye world, bye-bye booty bag, right? Yes. I don't want to live in misery and pain and suffering and sickness. No, death sound more sweeter. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do understand.
So anyway, he lived to be 93. And what a life.
Yes.
James Earl Jones. Yes. So now that we had that out of the way, now she wake up early in the morning just to do her hair, y'all, because she care, y'all. Her day wouldn't be right. We talking about Tamar. Hey, Tamar.
Yes.
So anyway, baby Crones, you got to throw me something.
It's been a while.
It's been a long while. Okay, now I was inspired by this. What was it? It was by New World in my world.
Yes, in my own world.
Yes, in my own world, and it just seemed like something that a female did that was done back in 2023.
Yes.
And someone went back to the archives and dug it up and put it up there. Could you just let it?
Yes.
Please, while I'm doing this, please don't let it cover me. Please.
Okay. Yes.
So anyway, I played it and I just kept it on and meditated to it. The sound was sweet and I meditated. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to let it play over and over and over and over. Because I said, I want to feel the sentiment. Then I said, I'm not going to let it stop until baby Crone come home, which was an hour away. So I had already been playing it.
Okay.
Because when I get into something,
she does get into
I was drawn in the music. And in that, I heard longing. And I said to myself, when we looked it up, baby Crone, I said, what blogger would go and put that kind of sentimental value? Because we couldn't find who New World was, or in my own world.
Yes.
And so baby Crone said, maybe it's some blogger. What blogger would that unless you're cuckoo puffs? Who would do that?
It's true.
But that's when we found out it was done, and the person is anonymous. They don't want you to know who they are. In my own world, And I tell you, that's a female. And I truly believe that it was Tamar who did this. And for it to resurface, and the reason why I'm going here is because she said 4 days ago that she wasn't talking no more.
Yes, she did say that.
She said 3 to 4 days ago that Tamar out.
Yep, she tapped out.
But I realized she didn't tap out. She's still been doing stuff. I don't know how true the stories are. She been to his house uninvited. She calls him. I don't know how true none of that is. And I'm not even going to deal with that because that doesn't matter to me. But what does matter to me is somebody pulled that out from 2023 because they was feeling something. And if you look at it, it's very well done.
It is.
Very well put together.
Really nice pictures.
Very nice selective pictures. Nothing over the top. Just enough to let somebody know, to let the world know these were the grandest days of my life. It was like what she had with him. It's like what she had with him was something she never had before.
Okay.
Not to the magnitude. And especially when you go out of your yard. I can't express this enough. The yard is who I am. I'm black. I'm mixed black, but I'm black. I grew up in a black home. I grew up in a black yard. You understand what I'm saying? And we wouldn't know about other yards except we have neighbors, and neighbors have other people, and you get exposed to other people's way of life, right? And when you get exposed to other people's way of life, you want to go in their backyard and play. So now you're around strange fruit, okay? Not that it's bad. No. For you, it's strange. That's not how you grew up. You know, you didn't grow up eating almonds. Right. You know, I mean, today, yes. But now, you already been mixed in the pot. So now you're eating food you normally don't eat. You're eating oxtails and you're eating squid and bugs. You're eating ramens and you're eating things like sesame seed oil. I don't know. You're eating things like, what's that? Kushi, swishy. You said it's fishy. Kimchi.
Yes, kimchi.
Eating kimchi. You're eating cheeses from all of your palate has changed. And so now when I see Tamar, I see that she was enamored and she went over there into another yard and she got tangled. Now she done been in the African yard. She's even been with Vince, who was overweight. So she knows what it's like. She like oddballs. So you know she's been with Vince and Vince was overweight. I don't know if he was overweight when he met him, but I know Vince was grossly overweight and she loved him in his overweightness. Even at a point that she says if she gets skinny, I don't know if I want him. And they broke up when he started losing weight. I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm saying that's what she said. Okay. Now she goes over to an African. I'm just going to the recent. I'm not going because she's been married 3 times. So therefore she's selective in who she marries. So now she's gone over to the African. Didn't work. And between the 2 guys that been out in the public, she haven't went this crazy as she did going over in this white yard.
That is true.
Now let me tell you about the yard she went in. This was unfair. But remember, she's Lord. She's drawn to the unusual. She's drawn to that what is not like everybody else when it comes down to her men. Remember, all her men are different. She doesn't have a type. Right?
Well, I guess her type would be that they're different.
They're different. Right. You understand? They cute. You know, she had a dark-skinned man, African, 100. I think his name was David. I'm not sure, but you all know him. She had Vince, attractive in his own way, overweight. obese. As a matter of fact, I used to say, she ain't gonna stay with him. But they had been together for years, so that wasn't true. That wasn't true. And now she's in another strange yard.
Yeah, she is.
White. Now the thing is, Vince, when she's with the African man, the African always see you when you like white, near white to them. So Tamar is pretty fair. At least she comes off fair on camera, right?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so she pretty fair. So she was the lightest one. When she was with Vince had this thing about white women, and she had to do her hair white because he liked blondes. So now at the evolution, you see the pathology. Now she finds herself where?
With a
white man. But the thing here is he's white, but he has the backings of a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because he had experience with many black women. You understand? And I was trying to figure out, everything I say is allegedly.
Yes.
And what I tried to figure out is, what is his fascination with black women?
Okay. Did you figure it out?
I think I have.
Ooh.
I think he have a problem with black women.
Right.
I think deep down inside, he's angry.
Okay.
Because he's never committed.
Sure.
He leave them all.
Mm-hmm.
And they pretty. He get the pretty ones. I think he wanted to see if he could conquer. What's his game? Because remember, the males are hunters. And I believe that he wanted to see, could he even land a Tamar Braxton?
Okay.
Could he land her? He went on that show and direct to go after her. He knew his skills in the bed was sharpened. He knew that tongue from the booty sandwich on. He knew he on fleek. He knew a lot. But what he didn't count on is that if you mess with Tamar, your reputation going down. He ain't count on that.
No.
Because everybody else who he dealt with, it ain't make him famous. He's infamous now for messing with women, black women, and breaking hearts. Mm-hmm. He's used to having children. See, he's one of them low-level guys because he claims himself as black, and I believe him.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because he is what we call the undesirable black man. He's the undesirable, light-skinned black man. He cut just like a black man. If that's what we're saying, this is a color thing. Yes. We know this is not all black. We're just talking about this kind of ninja, right? Mm-hmm. He wanted to be light-skinned black, so he's light-skinned black. And because Tamar is like Little Red Riding Hood, she's drawn to the redness. She's drawn to it, and she tripped. She had him at first, but she slipped, and she must have done something to turn him off. Mm-hmm. What JR show is, once you stung me, I'm done with you. I'll let you linger around while I get over you. But once you hurt me once, JR is like, it's over. So he's unforgiving. Mm-hmm. So what we see is something happened. We don't know what it is. Even JR said, I'm not going to tell you everything. Even Tamar said, no matter what, I'm not going to tell y'all everything. So we don't know what it was. But neither one of them is not talking about it. Mm-hmm. All right? And ever since then, all I know is Tamar has been apologizing, humiliating herself more and more and more to get JR back.
Yes.
No matter who tell her, he don't want you. What she's hooked on is the way he loved her. Like nobody, she is strange fruit, right? She's strange fruit. Mm-hmm. Whatever the misnomers and whatever she heard about white men, he must have blew her mind away. And so she's stuck with, I did something wrong. I'm trying to get him back. And once you eat off of that fruit of saying, I'm sorry, it's like you get stuck. So she said that she wasn't going to put nothing else.
She just said.
I believe she put that out.
Yeah, she swore on God she was going to drop it.
But that let me know our girl Tamar is in trouble. If indeed Tamar put that out, Tamar is grieving. She add hard, bop, bop, doo, bop, 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 bam, boop, and all of that, and what else she said?
Yeah.
And a bop, bop, boop, and she said something else that she says.
It's honestly slipping me.
Okay, so anyway, she has those sayings, and she comes off, and you're like, is she real or is she just animated real? She's animated real. She loved him. And she thought that he was real, but she showed too much. And he can't forgive her for whatever that thing is. And my advice to Tamar is, go get another white man.
Yeah, they may not be JR, but...
May not be JR. Go get another one. Tell him thank you. You want to get to JR? Go get another white man.
Maybe one that's not a lawyer.
No, it don't matter what he is.
Yeah, you're right.
Long as he fly. Go get another white man, and I promise you, because JR feels like he's arrogant. He really is. And he have a right. He perfected the art in breaking black women's hearts. He perfected that. He's a lawyer. He knows how to talk. He sits up there and say, Tamar, she can date and do whatever she want to do. But as for me, I'm not ready for the dating. But when I am, look at the play of words.
Yes.
She can go out there and then Tamar come along. Yeah, I date. And Tamar, what the hell? Yeah, he do his stuff and I do my stuff. Now he done accused her of adultery.
Yes,
now she comes along and say, yeah.
She did.
And he conquered her. You understand? So he don't want her. The chase is over. The game is done. It's won. He don't want her. She weak. She had him. She lost him. She can't get him back. And for that reason, he has done everything that a man can do. Now, I'm telling you about black men. I don't know. Now, we live in different days and times. But I'm going to say this. I don't know of any black man, let me be honest, that's going to go out there and eat some strange booty. Okay, booty.
Yes, booty sandwich.
From the tutor to the rooter. Okay, from the rooter to the tutor to the tutor to the rooter, whatever, the booty. Because I was like, what is the booty? And the booty where the butt clap. So booty. So no black man is going to go and do that and yell that from the ceiling. Yeah, exactly. They quiet about stuff like that. They may say they do congolingus, but they may even do fellatio, but they're not going to go out there and broadcast that they've been eating booty. But if you notice, this white man don't really care what you think about them doing it because they are known to be doing freaky things like that. In our culture and the way we think. So Tamar went over there and fell into the lion's den.
She did.
See? Fire.
Yep, accepted some strange meat.
Messed her head up. New beginning. Frequency. She in her head. She's still in her head. She ain't over him. He done messed her head up. She gonna have time and be strong. And this is where she needs a counselor and go and talk to someone or have someone that she could talk to and vent out her emotions. Yes. But the one thing that Tamar gonna have to do, and anybody out there that got caught in a trap and you want out, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna have to do. Zoom in closer. You're going to have to go cold turkey. You have to rebel. You have to go against it. You need 30 days, cold turkey. Don't call them. Don't see them. Every time they pop up in your mind, you have to say things like, they weren't good for me. They weren't good for me. They weren't the right one. And you got to go cold turkey. You got to go cold turkey. Why? Because your body has been addicted. It's addicted to a thought, a feeling. It pierced your heart. And so your heart and your mind are in conflict. That's why you're in agony. Your heart is yearning and your brain is saying, girl, don't, boy, don't. So you're in conflict. They're out of balance. The mind wants to move on, but the heart says, I can't, I gotta linger. Mm-hmm. So you gotta get them back in sync again. And the only way you can do it is understand that this is a drug. What is that drug that we produce? It's like insulin.
Oh, dopamine?
Dopamine. And so therefore you got to reject it. It's all an illusion. You have to reject it. It's strong. It's like a junkie. It's like an addict. You want it. You faint. You can't eat. You feel sleepy. You go through it. You want that person has became your drug.
Yes.
And the only way to do it is just like having a nicotine fit. You got to resist the devil. And a devil in a sense of that thing that have you latched on.
Yes.
And until you break free, you need at least 30 days to resist. And every time you break it, you start 30 days over until you go a 30-day. The object of the game is taking power of your mind and putting it in subjection to what you say and not what those dopamines say. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
See, she loves him. She's been enchanted. And when you know of anything is enchanted, that means a spell. A spell, a spiritual spell has been cast on her. She's trying to get from under it.
Okay.
That's why it's not good to be in love with love. Mm-hmm. See, because it's intoxicating. Tina Turner says it best. God rest her soul.
Okay.
What love have to do with it? It's just a secondhand emotion. It's an emotion. It's an emotion. Mm-hmm. It's an emotion. That's how it presents itself, as an emotion. And too much is emotion out of control.
Yes.
So you have to learn to tame it. Only fools fall in love. Because if you understand love, you'll treasure it and you'll cherish it. And you won't give it to somebody because they prick the right string. You'll give it to somebody who you trust. Because once you give over your heart and your mind, that's what love is. It's a surrendering. And once you surrender it, you become a victim to them. And vice versa if they surrendered. And clearly, he never surrendered. Mm-mm. He never surrendered. He played her. And everybody know it. And now we know the Scientology of why. Love Scientology. Why he did this. He had an anger or some kind of hate or something towards black women. I know it's like, no, because he's proving it.
Yeah. You gotta look at the track record.
Look at his track record. He even married her. And after that, he got on air. I haven't slept with this woman in 6 months. Why? Because he know they got to go a year.
Yeah.
Unless he got an annulment. He covered himself like a lawyer. He used her. He wanted her to fall in love with him. Because the high is play the poor innocent one and be another victim. Well, you all know who he is. He played on black women. If you're going to go down there and play with him, you better be like Tony. I mean, like, what's her name? Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Lee.
Said I let him take care, let him eat my groceries and sent him on his way. If you're going to, don't get caught up in that. Look at their track record. Mm-hmm. Just by the fact of his mother children, he ain't leveled. His baby mothers.
You're right.
He's not leveled. Leveled. I see, she's still hurting. She'll get over him if she wants to. I see here what I'm getting here is he helped change her in many ways. They've been together long enough, about 2 years, right? Tumultuous. Mm-hmm. But what I see in this reading is that he opened up her mind. Okay. To a way of life she haven't known, a love affair. He took her on this artistry of love. He brought her out, made her feel like a child again. He made her feel all these things because he knows how to love a black woman. He's mastered the art in this. Mm-hmm. Okay? So he messed with her head. And now she's alone. It's like he got this woman thinking she'll never say it out loud because she's been hurt before. This is a different hurt. Every time you are hurt, the hurt is different than the hurt before. Okay. So when you get hurt again, see, the last time she was hurt, it sent her to the point where she wanted to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. This time she's hurting. It's sending her over the edge where, what is that word?
Yep, she's crashing out.
She's crashing out. You see, mm-hmm. Where she's at. And if she send this out, that goes to prove she ain't healed yet. It's going to take time. Don't be embarrassed. Just be wise. Don't be so quick to fall in love. Yeah. I think that's what's wrong with the world. Everybody's so quick to fall in love, to have a companion, that you're missing the mark. Say that again, baby.
I was saying because everybody just wants love. That they're just like, as soon as they feel what love feels like, they're just like, oh, yep, this is it.
If it, like say you have 10 things marked on the board that you look for. These are your guidelines. What's that word we use when we say guidelines? I tell you this all the time. Set up your boundaries.
Yes.
These are your boundaries. So let's say you got 6 of them they have, but the other 4 you forgot about. You're like, I can deal with it. Mm-mm. A boundary is there to protect you. These are the must-haves. So let's say, 10, then make it 6. Say 5. Say 3. At least 3 things. That if you go over these 3 things, you find yourself over, you know that this is wrong. That's why you set boundaries for yourself. Mm-hmm. And stick with them. They are there to protect you. You made the rules. Follow your own game. And so therefore, many of us went out. Now, it would have been different if he would have came into Tamar's backyard.
Yes.
He didn't. They met on a game show.
Mm-hmm, they did.
So they was in a neutral place, and they agreed to exchange. And next thing I know, she's calling her children her family. Uh-huh. See, we know. Why would she want to even be with the children when you're not even with the husband? And why, if she's that much of a character, why would you want her around your children? See, this is narcissism game. Mm-hmm. I'll let you have a little bit of me, but not that. I'll let you take a bite, but you can't chew it. You can't swallow me. You can hold me in your mouth for a taste, but then spit me out. Mm-hmm. You can hold my hand, but you hold my hand, hold it, but we can't touch. Go ahead. Just feel my energy. This is the mental games he's playing. And so I see an ongoing from him. He wants to make it a relationship because he wants his people, his children, to know somebody famous and to say it's good that I know her and she's still in the shadows of my life and I can call on her. He wants to have a relationship like she had with Vince. So you had that relationship with Vince. Have it like that with me. On the other end, what's coming in on her side is you broke me. Mm-hmm. You took advantage of me. And now you left me out here. When I get over loving you, I won't love you no more. When I get over this, JR, I won't love you no more. The battle is won. When I get over this, JR, I will not like you no more. You won't even be my friend, JR. You won't be my friend. You have humiliated me. You have taken me down some dark road. I don't even know where I am. You got me talking out my head. I trusted you. And not only that, you don't even know how to forgive. And I don't know how to say I'm sorry 1,000 ways. And no matter how I say it, you still won't forgive. Instead, you want to hurt me. You want the world to know how much I love you and how much I'm willing to forgive you. What you thought that the world was going to betray me. And many people have, but a lot of people have not betrayed me because they know what it's like as being a woman and know what it's like being a male or a woman when you're in love with someone and they take you out your character and you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do. Well, let me say this to you, Tamar. I would rather see you vent, what's that word?
Crash out.
I'd rather see you crash out than for you to take an eternal rest.
Yes.
So if this is what you need to do, you crash. But remember, the evidence is going to be there for you waiting at the end.
Mm-hmm.
If I were you, I would crash out, but I would crash out quietly.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't give nobody nothing else to talk about. And now you all know the way. You have to go 30 days consecutively in a row without calling that person.
Yeah.
You can't see that person. You can't go on their job. If you work there, find another job. You can't be around them. You can't talk to them on the phone. Nothing. 30 days. 30. If that month had 31 days, okay, 31 days. But you have to go. Don't wait to every leap year where it's 28 days.
29.
You need 29 days. You need 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yes.
So what I see here, I definitely see that she is going to overcome this because I see here leaving. And this is a foundation. So I definitely see that the fight, she will overcome this. Definitely. Because this is the foundation of what I have accomplished. And here I see she's ready, even though he's in her presence. And it was like a dream. It was like she was living a dream. He really made it magical. He really did. He poured it on y'all. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Smacked it on heavy.
He did it. He did that. On a show, she's showing her ring. She was just in La La Land. He was the great white hope. Right? Mm-hmm. And now we don't see great white hope. I don't.
No.
I see a muddy man.
Yes.
And he leave mud prints. And I wouldn't trust a JR. Why? Because watch them. They come GQ down. They have a little money, a little education. He ain't never going to be hungry because he a lawyer. He can always get a job. So it ain't even about that. He dressed good. He's sharp. He may not live in the best, but he living enough. Enough to swallow you up. Yes. Enough for people like you that's looking for an adventure or looking for love. You come across a JR. Be he white, black, Indian, they come in all colors and they right there for you, baby, ready to take you for a ride. And if you let them take you for your money, that was just a test. When he spent that money, that was just a test to see did he bake her, did he get her enough where she would be quiet. But she wasn't. And he going to try to make it like now you're going to be, so how you going to get mad because some woman was messing with my husband and I call her a trollop and now she going to sue me. He was married to me. Make it make sense. We were trying to get our stuff together here. Mm-hmm. You just a victim of circumstances. Sorry, lady. I don't know you. You could have been anybody. I don't care to know you. I just know he was with another woman. Now he comes along and say, it wasn't no other woman. However, if it was another woman.
Yes, he did.
It would just be my friend.
Mm-hmm. That was accompanying to this funeral of a longtime friend that I had lost. And that's spending time with his family. According to his words.
So you got to understand he a player. Mm-hmm. And now that, remember, she's not stupid. She just know now, oh my God, I'm caught in a Venus fire trap right now. And she's getting out of it slowly. Her memory will come back. Mm-hmm. She's going to have to eat this because this is like eating crow when you come. She's going to have to look at the back. Oh my God, I made a fool out myself. You did.
Yes.
But this is what you was looking for. Because Vince didn't do it. Nobody did it. This is what you was hungry for. You was hungry. You wanted a ride. You wanted your heart to explode. You wanted love. And it's so funny that when people come out love affairs, you know what they say? I still want somebody to love me.
They do.
You still haven't learned. Why don't you say, I'm looking to love someone and have them love me back? Instead of, I'm looking for somebody to love me. Why don't we start saying things like, I'm looking for the right person to give my love to?
Yes.
And I mean, why don't we make it plain? I'm looking for the right person to give my love to.
So you can draw that person.
So that person will automatically love me because he's right for me. Not everybody you love is right for you. Not everybody who loves you is right for you. You want Mr. Right, not Mr. Half Right, not Mr. 3 things right and 7 things wrong. No. We want 100% right. And sometimes we have to hold out for it because sometimes we're just not ready for it.
That's true.
And sometimes if we get it prematurely, we'll wreck it because we don't understand.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes, true love comes when you're really vulnerable and when you're not fighting and when you lower your expectations and when you just say, I'm humble enough to say, I'm not perfect and I want somebody to meet me where I am and love me up from where I am and take me where I want to go. And I want to be able to go in the direction where you're going. But meet me. I don't want to meet you. I'm a lady. I want to go back to the old way.
Yes, please.
I think we've gotten so new, we need to go back to the old way. Meet me.
Yeah, there are rules for a reason.
They're rules for a reason. Not me, meet you. You meet me. Because the way I find it, and I truly believe, I wouldn't know, but I'm going to find out. When a man finds you, when he found you, they say he found a good thing.
That's true.
So let him find you. And sometimes you have to wait a year, 2 years, 3 years. When you're ready, you'll bring him to you. You'll give off the right endorphins.
Yes, you will.
But this is a walk of faith, not sight, but by faith, believing that the power you have within you will bring him to you. He will find you. You will send off a signal like a dog whistle. Only he can hear it. If it's a building, the endorphins in your body, only he or she will smell them. But it's not about a she thing because it's about the he finding a she, whether it's male or female. This is not about a female. Right. It's about feminine and masculine energy connecting itself and finding the right one for you. So if you're gay, it has to be of a masculine. They could be feminine, but somebody has to be a masculine and feminine in any relationship. That's the balance. You both can be mothers, but somebody has to be more of a masculine type, more of the tomboyish type. Would you agree? In order for it to work. And this is where I see Tamar, and I see Tamar in this place where they want to be friends. They can never be friends. Too much damage. And they have nothing in common. No. And this was a fleeting relationship. I give it 2 years. Friends, when she wake up, she going to question, why did I love him? What the hell was I thinking about? When she think, oh my God, he ate Tommy from the tutor to the rooter and you married him and put his tongue in your mouth, you're going to be thinking, oh my God. What? And he even showed it on camera. He was with you're gonna be grossed out. You're gonna go through things. But that's when you know you're coming right to your mind.
That's true.
When you start looking at that thing and start saying, oh my God, I feel sick that have you been through it? That's how you know.
Yeah.
And no, you could never be with him. He has humiliated you, Tamar. And the cards are saying the idea of friends, it'll never be. Make your peace with that. The battle is over. You have to go on. You will get over it, and you're going to be feisty for a while, sensitive. You will be, but you will. But remember this, Tamar, your music. Don't let no one take your music, and don't let no one take you away from practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the show of your life. Put that love out there. You were made to sing love ballads. Do it right, Tamar. Give us what you were sent here to do.
Yes.
You seek love. Give it in your music. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yep,
I hope you enjoyed this reading with Tamar. I just really got deep. I saw that video, and I'm telling you, it moved me.
Well, Tamar is always a work in progress.
What did you think of that video, Baby Crone? What did you think? What did you think of this reading? I'm sorry.
Yeah, most definitely. It was pretty on point for Tamar.
Yeah. The best I can explain it.
Yeah. It summarized everything, gave some clarity. What else did we learn about Tamar?
Gotta be careful who yard you playing in.
Yeah.
You can't play in everybody's yard.
But it did give us some positivity that Tamar will see this through and then be able to look back at it and reflect on it and hopefully learn and move forward.
And he want to put Tamar in the place, in a friend zone. Mm-hmm. Like he want to have a relationship with her like she had with Vince. You ain't earned that. That's 9-10 years. You ain't earned it. We have a child. You ain't earned that. But that's what he want. Yes. Trying to put her in a friend zone. You could be friends with my... See, this is what I'm saying. Be careful who you play in, Tamar. Don't you dare. Let them kids go. They're not yours. You don't need that burden. They have mothers that love them, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. JR wouldn't have it no other way. Mm-hmm. They were your children for a while, and you loved them. Let them go. What you say, baby?
I said, I don't understand how she got attached to those kids that so quickly.
I know, but to tell mine, that's what he want. That's what he want to see. He want to see the mother in her. So she's being mother. I'm being mother. See, they my kids. You sound, what's that word?
Crashing.
She crashing. You're crashing. You're not giving no account to the children's mother. Mm-hmm. You're just crashing, and he's eating it up. And if you go low and quiet, he don't know what to do with that. Show him that he doesn't have no power, that the claw is gone.
Yes.
You got this, Tamar. No more love pictures. Yeah. No more looking and reminiscing. Yes, whatever you got to do, take whatever you got to take, whatever you got to do, long as it's healthy for you, and get over this 30 days. For anybody like that, in 30 days, and call me. And even if you're struggling, make an appointment with me.
Yes.
And see what we get through it.
Mm-hmm, you sure will.
You'll get through it. I promise you that. But you got to follow the rules. You can't break the rules. And with that being said, now that I'm done, I know that she's going to get out of it, the victory. And like now, like in her presence, she's still reminiscing. She still have moments where she goes into these things because he done cast a spell on her. And until the spell is broken, she's sleeping beauty. It wasn't all an illusion. It wasn't real. Keep saying to yourself, what she say? I want to go home.
Oh.
I want to go home. I want to go home. And it will wake you from this slumber. It wasn't real. It was only there. He's a hunter. And he captured you by his game.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And once that become a reality, it'll never happen to you again. At least not like that. Now, with that being said, I'm serious. I'm out. And Baby Crone, did you enjoy it?
Yes, I surely did.
Well, do it need to go out?
Yes, it does.
All right, so we will be putting it out, and this is my take on Tamar. I think I'm finished for her for a while, and like you said, these are people I follow and I care about. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this read, and I hope it made sense to you. I explained it the best way I could, because sometimes things are so spiritual, it's hard to explain it in the natural. But my little crones out there, my munchkins and sunflowers, that means you robust. That means you're sending seed. You get it. You get it. And with that, we say thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Yes.
And if you haven't thumbed us up, well, go ahead. It's free. Thumb us up. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you can always call and make an appointment with me if you need to talk. I am your spiritual advisor. And I like to say I give excellent advice.
Yes.
And with that being said, we like to say what?
Sunflowers!